Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are making this detachable sleeves. It's very simple and is made with pearls. Okay, so the first thing first is to fold your fabric into 8. Fold your fabric in a way that you're cutting 4 different sleeves. Okay, so 2 for the main piece and 2 for lining. You can actually still use 2 different fabrics for this because it's reversible. So from the starting line here, I first came down by 8 inches, and then the full length of the sleeve I'm working with is 21 inches. Now from the starting line, mark your round armhole measurement plus 1 inch to join both the side and the shoulder line. Know that part which is your center front that is cut on fold, we'll slash it open. So mark your elbow measurement on the midline and also add your 1 inch on the hemline. Mark your ankle and also add 1 inch. Okay, so now connect your lines. You can leave it like this, but if you want to have like a pointed edge from the starting line, go up by 2 inches, but for me I went up by 2.5. Use ½ inch for sewing allowance. Use your line and just connect it. Use your ruler and just connect the line. Now we'll go ahead and cut this out. So if you work better with 1 inch for a seam allowance, make sure for this you add 2 inches because we'll slash this sleeve open again to make it 8 pieces. Okay, so now my 4 pieces of sleeve is ready. I'll go ahead and slash this open again. So now I have 8 pieces. So like I said in the beginning of this video, you can use 2 different fabrics because it's reversible. Okay, so now to make our pearls, I'm using these pearls I have in the house, and I cut out square fabrics of 3 by 3.5 by 3.5. Take your pearls, insert it into the midpoint of your fabric, twist this really tight, and then use your thread to tie this. Make sure you use a matching thread because honestly I regretted this decision later of using white thread. So just ahead of time, make sure you use a matching thread. Okay, so for mine I used about 24 pieces of these pearls, but if you want yours to be, your spacing to not be too much, have more pearls. Okay, so after everything, this is all the pearls I have. I also made strips of 3 inches long. And for my sleeve pieces, I added interfacing to just the top parts of the 8 of them. Now we're going to take one piece to determine how we would place the pearls. So firstly, I came down by ½ inch for my seam allowance, and then from that ½ inch I started marking 2 inches. You can do 1.5 inches, you can do 1 inch spacing, but me, 2 inches was okay for me. Now you take your pearls and place them. Make sure your pearls are not too long, at the same time not too short. You can keep it like keep extra fabric like ½ inch away from the pearls that would act as your seam allowance. So you're going to place this one by one. Take another piece that matches on it, sew ½ inch, close the top and the bottom, leave the side open. Now we're going to do this for 2 sleeves, while the other 2 sleeves we would attach our straps using the same 2 inches spacing that we use for our pearls. So now where we are done, this part, one part here is the pearls and the other part is our loops. Go ahead and pass this through. Make sure your loops are wide enough for your pearls to pass, but at the same time make sure they are not too tight. So this is what I have. If I've passed all my loops, go ahead, give this a good press. Now to close off the side seam, at the same time I want to hide the seam. So you take the two sides, right side facing each other, make sure the side seams match. I'm just trying to open up my seams here, place them against each other, pin this down, and you pin all around the sleeve. You also make sure that the hem seams also match. So just pin all around. So here I'm trying to pin the hem seam, make sure it matches too. So you would pin all around and leave about 2 to 3 inches space open to enable you turn out this sleeve. So now leave this space open to turn out the sleeve. So now I'm done. Make sure you notch your seam and cut off excess seam allowance. Very important. Just go ahead and turn out your sleeve. So when you're done turning out your sleeve, the 2-3 inches you left open, make sure you iron it close and just make a top stitch to close this off. Give this a good press, and this is what our sleeve looks like. We have come to the end of this video. If you like it, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, turn your post notifications on so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you want to see any other videos from me, just let me know in the comment section. Like I said, you can use 2 different fabrics because this sleeve is reversible. So until next time, bye.